Hello everyone, you are watching the channel Incredible Facts. Of all the tanks in the world, the British Challengers have always been famous for their power and safety. But the question has been, is there room for improvement in this legend? The Challenger 3 answers that question by combining unmatched protection, lethal accuracy, and futuristic technology to create a tank ready for anything the modern battlefield can throw at it. Challenger 3 is the next generation of main battle tanks from the Challenger family, serving in the British Army from the 1980s until now. The next generation of Challenger 3 combined all the power of the previous model, the Challenger 2, combined with the most up-to-date innovations in armor, armament, and electronics. Manufactured by BAE Systems, one of the world's largest transnational defense contractors, the Challenger 3 was developed in response to changing patterns of modern war worldwide and from experience in Ukraine and in the Middle East. As compared to the Challenger 2, the Challenger 3 reflects several improvements: better armor protection, improved fire control systems, and a more powerful engine. Of course, it will be fitted with a modular armor system for variable armor thickness. That is what will enable its capability to respond to various threats on the battlefield. Surprisingly, this tank will be able to survive against everything from sophisticated anti-tank missile systems to improvised explosive devices. More importantly for the Challenger 3, however, will be its Trophy Active Protection System armor, which finds and kills hostile missiles and shells before they get to the tank. The Trophy APS represents the only totally integrated active armor system that has battle experience and is in service anywhere in the world. The tank is also equipped with a 120mm smoothbore gun that can fire various kinds of ammunition, including cumulative, kinetic, thermobaric, guided, armor-piercing, and high explosive. Additionally, the highly advanced fire control system has been mounted for observing, tracing, and striking any target with high accuracy, even at extra long ranges. Also, the Challenger 3 had been powered by a 1,500 horsepower engine. The tank has excellent speed and great maneuverability. It's able to travel at 37 miles per hour or 60 kilometers per hour on the battlefield, which is a must for any kind of offense or defense. It was for this reason that this tank was designed to perform such duties as armored, urban, and peacekeeping missions in all kinds of terrain. It could operate under extreme conditions from deserts, such as the ones in the Middle East, to below freezing tundra in Northern Europe. The Challenger series has a long and proud record of service with the British Army. The first Challenger tank came in during the 1980s, and since then, several modernizations have been performed on the vehicle. The Challenger 2, which entered service during the 1990s, has already served more than 2 decades and took part in combat work both in Iraq and Afghanistan. And in 2023, entry into service with the armed forces of Ukraine finally happened with the British government's help. Although the Challenger 3 is still in development, the expectation is that it will enter active service over the next 5 years until 2030. It has already faced a big test meant to confirm that this tank meets all the necessary operation, performance, and survivability requirements for military service. The Challenger 3 is going to be pivotal in national defense, and the British military leadership needs to make certain it is the best possible tank. For a proper comparison, consider 2 arguably advanced tanks, the Leopard 2A7 and the Abrams SEP V3. They are for important purposes but vary in terms of their mobility, firepower, and technology. Probably one of the newer versions of the German Leopard family, the Leopard 2A7 is generally considered one of the most mobile, reliable, and adaptable tanks in the world. A big engine and a modernized torsion bar suspension system secures very high performance. This tank features the same Rheinmetall 120mm L55 smoothbore gun installed on the Challenger 3. Widely known for its great accuracy and firepower. Fire control is among the best in the world, featuring advanced targeting of high quality, particularly in urban or close combat environments, the domain of effectiveness in a great number of cases. Armor protection is first-class, modular composite armor, which is easily upgraded. There is a protective mechanism called ADS, which stands for an Integrated Active Protection System capable of intercepting incoming threats like ATGMs and RPGs. The Leopard 2A7 is lighter in weight and, as such, probably the most agile in mobility compared to Abrams and Challenger 3. This lightness does not come at the expense of protection or firepower. It is an excellent balance among the three. That means it could conduct rapid maneuvers while engaging on both offensive and defensive operations with much ease. It has everything, from deployment versatility down to good maintainability. The tank has really enjoyed favorable service in most NATO nations and is at an advantage, so to say, in multinational operations. On the other side, the M1A2 Abrams SEP V3 represents long evolution of American tank technology, where big attention was given to survivability and catching up with technological development. During many years, Abrams had been an important backbone in U.S. military capabilities related to armored war. It is further enhanced by the SEP V3 upgrade by implementing a number of major improvements: power pack, enhanced communication, additional armor layers, and increased protection against modern threats. While Challenger 3 retained a good deal of its original hull in contrast, Abrams uses a more robust construction, including better fuel efficiency and reduced logistical footprints. As good as hard, the inclusion of depleted uranium in armor plates enhances resistance even more against anti-tank rounds. The other strong suit is Abrams' combat system. Few tanks rival its advanced electronics and communication suites, which have integrated information from a myriad of sensors on the battlefield to afford a clearer sense of what the operational environment looks and feels like. Its fire control system possesses precision in target engagement at unbelievable velocity in all kinds of weather. In one respect, the Abrams lags behind both the Leopard and Challenger: its weight. While the Abrams weighs 72 tons, the Leopard 2A7 weighs less, but is somewhat balanced by the powerful turbine engine at superior speed and acceleration despite its size. By comparison, both the Leopard 2A7 and Abrams SEP V3 would appear to retain advantages in flexibility in battlefield and technological sophistication, even over the upgraded version of the Challenger 2, which is the Challenger 3. This is because the Challenger 3, while heavily improved over its forerunner, is basically heavier and more restricted in its mobility, inasmuch as it retains the same hull as the Challenger 2. The result being a seriously reduced agility and flexibility of operations in dynamic battlefield scenarios. But in the end, very impressive upgrades have been done to the Challenger 3, including the new 120mm L55A1 smoothbore gun, advanced fire control systems, and improved crew survivability features. However, again, the Challenger 3 is severely limited in number, with the UK deciding to upgrade only 148 units. So their overall impact is limited on the British Army's operational capability. Production in greater numbers for deeper penetrations into NATO forces would continue giving Leopard 2A7 and Abrams SEP V3 much better force projection. This gives the Leopard 2A7 and the M1A2 Abrams much higher interoperability and reliability on the international plane. And lastly, the Challenger 3 is desperately needed to enhance the firepower, survivability, and mobility of the tank fleet. The shedding of rifled guns finally aligns them to NATO. An improved storage layout for ammunition, passive armor, and improved active protection of the armor package, and better firepower and mobility is sure to make them certain of earning a place when dealing with today's threats. Certainly, the small numbers being produced, those were questions of the long-term viability of the UK's armored forces. For all that, though, the Challenger 3 is an imposing upgrade. The opinion of some would be that an entirely new design would have been a better long-term investment. Finally, the Challenger 3 ensures that Britain retains a capable, modern tank force without the prohibitive cost of an entirely new fleet. It might not be revolutionary, but a practical, very efficient upgrade of the Challenger series, extending its relevance well operationally into the next decades. What are your thoughts on the Challenger 3? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel so you get the latest videos straight to your notifications.